Hello everyone, welcome to Mobile Maths. Today I want us to look at how to remove brackets. So I've got a couple of questions that I want us to go through. The first one is 3 by a plus b by minus 2. So what you do, you multiply 3 with every element that is inside the bracket. Like for example, I'll say 3 times a, I'll get 3a. 3 times b, I'll get plus. So you'll be taking this sign there. So I'll get 3 plus 3b, okay? Then the last one is minus 2 there. So I'll say 3 times minus 2, I'll get minus 6, okay? So for this one, we cannot go any further. This becomes our final answer. Let's look at another question. Okay, this one we've got minus. So here we've got minus there. We are going to multiply every element with minus 2 there. Let's do that. Okay, so for the first one, I'll have minus times minus 2 times 3m, I'll get minus 6m. Then minus 2 times minus n there. It becomes, it's like I'm saying minus 2 times minus n. Here we'll get, it's a minus times minus, we get a plus there. Okay, so I'll get plus 2n. Okay, then the last part, minus 2 times plus 4 there, I'll get plus, it's like I'm saying minus 2 times plus 4. Minus times plus, I'll get, my answer is minus there. Okay, so I'll get minus 8. So this becomes the final answer. Let's do another question. Here I've got 2a, so this 2 is not multiplying anything, so I'll write it as it is. I'll have 2a plus this 3 now is multiplying these items in the bracket. So I'll multiply with each and every, and I'll get 3 times a, I get 3a, plus 3 times 3b is 3 times 3b. We get 9b. Okay, so this is what we get at the end of the day. Let's go on to the next question. Okay, so I have 5 is multiplying each and every element that is inside there. So let's do that. I've got the first one is 5 times 2y, I get 10y, minus 5 times minus x, I get minus, that's why I wrote minus 5x minus there. So we have minus 5x. Then this other one, I take it as it is, plus 6x. Okay, then I'll get 10y. This one I can solve. Minus 5x plus x plus 6x, I get plus x there. Okay, it's the same as, this is the same as minus 5 plus 6, we get 1. So this is 1x that I have. We can simply write it without a 1. It's one and the same thing. Let's do another question. Okay, so for this question, we are multiplying every element with half there. It's as good as I can write it as 2u minus 8 divided by 2 plus 5 here, such that I'm saying 2 into 2, I get 1. 2 into 8, I get 4. Okay, then I can write that. This is another way I can now write my thing. I have 1u minus 4, then this plus 5 there. Okay, now I can solve these numbers. They don't have u's. I can add them together. So I have the answer as u minus 4 plus 5, we get plus 1. Okay, so this becomes the answer. Let's do another question. Okay, this one is almost similar to the one that we did previously. So I'll write 3c minus, this one I want to simplify it. I'll write 2 is multiplying 12c minus 3d there. Then the 3 I'm going to divide like that. Sorry, the 3 there, I'm going to divide like that, such that if I multiply, I have 3c minus, I'm going to multiply 2 inside there, which with each and every element, such that I'll have 2 times 12c, I get 24c. Then 2 times minus 3d there, I get minus 6d. Okay, this is all over 3. Okay, now let's solve that part. So for this one, solving, now I'm dividing. So I'm still concentrating with this portion there. Okay, and I always remember that I have 3c down there at the start there. So I have 3c minus, now I'm dividing there. Let's divide. Dividing by 3 into 24 we get 8, then 3 into 6 we get 2. Okay, so I'm now having something that is like here on this bracket there. I now have 8c minus 2d there. Okay, and I'll put my bracket. Okay, so let's do that. So I have 3c minus bracket 8c minus 2d. Okay, like that. Now let's remove the bracket. When removing the bracket, it is as good as we've got 1 here. So we'll be like multiplying by 1 that is outside. So I have 3c minus 1 times 8c, we get minus 8c. Then minus 1 times minus 2d, that's minus times minus, we get a plus. So I'll have plus 2d there. Okay, let's do that. So what do we get? Now I have c's here, so I can solve 3c minus 8c, we get minus 5c plus 2d. Okay, but it's normally advisable to write the positive first, so I can say 2d minus 5c is the answer there. Okay, let's do another question. Here we have got 4 times, so I can part look, considering bomb does. Others use bomb does, others use board mass. Okay, so I'm going to consider the multiplication first there. Okay, let's consider the multiplication first. So if I multiply 4 by 3m, I get 12m. Then I've got minus 2. This becomes the final answer. We cannot oversimplify that one. Now we have a different scenario here. I've got a multiplication here, but because of these brackets here, I'm going to solve that part first. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to solve the first part. So I have 4 times. Okay, so I've got 4 times. Now with this one, I'm going to say 4 is multiplying each and every element there. So it's going to be 4 times 3m. Then I've got plus 4. I'm taking it from this point here. 4 is like, when you have a number like 4, it's as good as plus 4. It's positive when it is like this. This is positive. This is positive. Okay, so I'm going to multiply there by minus 2. Okay, like that. I will get 4 times 3m, I get 12m. Then 4 times, I'll just put brackets here, but when you do that, it means these are multiplying there. Okay, that's the same thing. So it's 4 times minus 2, we get minus 8. Okay, so this becomes the final answer there. Let's do another one for you. Okay, so here when we have this line here, it means it's bracket. This is a bracket. Okay, so let's simplify that. I can rewrite it and have 4u minus bracket 7u minus 3v. That's what it is. I'm just rewriting it, including the bracket. Now let's remove the bracket. Removing the bracket, it's like we have 1 here. Okay, so I'm going to multiply 4u minus, so minus 1 times minus 7u. What do we get? We get minus 7u. Okay, then minus 1 times minus 3v, there we get plus 3v. Okay, now let's simplify that. Simplifying that, we get u and u, we can solve there. I can get minus 3u plus 3v. Okay, then rewriting is starting with the positive. I can have 3v minus 3u is the final answer. Okay, let's have another question, number 10. So this, we have another brackets here. We have another bracket, so we can first of all rewrite 5d minus bracket e plus 2d. And we said when we don't have a number here, we can say it's 1 there. So I'm going to multiply 5d, then minus minus 1 times e, we get minus e. Then minus 1 times plus 2d, there we get minus 2d. Okay, now let's take all the d's together. I have 5d minus 2d, then minus e. 5d minus 2d, we get 3d, then minus e there. This is our final answer. Let's do another question. Okay, this one, we have got 2 is multiplying everything that is inside, and here 3 is multiplying everything that is inside. So let's do that. First one, I've got 2 times a, we get 2a. 2 times minus 3b, we get minus 6b. Plus 3 times a, we get 3a. Plus 3 times b, we get plus 3b. Okay, now taking similar terms, I've got 2a plus 3a. Okay, then I've got minus 6b plus 3b. Okay, simplifying that, we get 5a for this part, and we get minus 3b for this other part there. So this becomes our final answer. Let's look at another question. I've got 5m here, plus this one is going to multiply each and every element. So 5 times 2n, we get 10n. 5 times minus m, we get minus 5m there. Then we have got our minus 8n, this one. Okay, now let's take similar terms together. 5m plus, okay, that's minus there, minus 5m, then plus 10n minus 8n. Okay, so here we get a 0, then 10n minus 8n, we get 2n. So this becomes our final answer. Let's look at the last part, number 13. Okay, I have 2 is going to multiply each and every element, 5 each and every element. Let's do that. 2 times h, we get 2h, plus 2 times 5k, we get 10k, plus 5 times h, we get 5h, plus 5 times 2k, we get 10k. Okay, so let's take similar terms. I've got 2h plus 5h here, plus 10k plus 10k. Okay, like that. Solving 2h plus 5h, we get 7h, plus 10k, we get plus 20k. Okay, so this becomes our final answer there. Okay, let's look at another question. Okay, this one, 5 is going to multiply each and every element, minus 7 is going to multiply. So it's like here we have a minus 7 there. That's going to be somehow maybe a challenge, but it's not going to be a challenge. 5 times 2u, we get 10u. 5 times minus 3v, we get minus 15v. 5 times 4w, we get 5 times 4w, we get plus 20w. Then for minus 7 now, let's go for minus 7. Minus 7 times u, we get minus 7u. Then minus 7 times minus v there, we get plus 14v. Okay, then minus 7 times plus 3w, we get minus 21w. Okay, let's simplify those two, taking terms, similar terms, 10u minus 7u minus 15v, this one and this one, plus 14v, then w's plus 20w minus 21w. Okay, let's solve that. What do we get? We will get 10 minus 10u minus 7u, we get 3u. Then minus 15v plus 14v, we get minus v. 20w minus 21w, we get minus w. So this is our final answer there. Okay, number 15 is still the same, similar to the one that we did. This one multiplies everything, and this one with the negative there multiplies everything there. Let's do that. So I've got first one, 4 times r, 4r, minus 4 times then minus 4 times minus 3s, we get minus 12s. Then 4 times minus 3t, we get minus 12t now. Then for the minus there, I've got minus 2 times 2r, we get minus 4r. Minus 2 times minus 5s, there we get a plus 10s. Then minus 2 times minus 4t, we get plus 8t. Okay, let's simplify that. What do we get? We are getting similar terms here, 4r minus 4r. Okay, then for the s's there, minus 12s plus 10s. Okay, then the last one, minus 12t plus 8t. Okay, so for the first one here we get a 0, then minus 12s plus 10s, we get minus 2s. Then the last one, minus 12t plus 8t, we get minus 4t there. Okay, so this becomes our final answer. We can leave it like that. Let's look at this other question. Okay, this one we've got this bracket inside, so the easiest way to do is 6x minus, I have a bigger bracket, then I have 3 minus, then I have my bracket x minus 8, then that bigger bracket. Then remember here it's as good as there's 1. Okay, so let's multiply there. So I have 6x minus 3 minus 1 times x, we get minus x, minus 1 times minus 8, we get a plus 8. Okay, so now we have finished that. Now let's remove this bigger bracket. This is as good, we have got a 1 there. Let's do that. We will have 6x, 1 times minus 1 times 3, we get minus 3. 1 times minus x there, we get plus x, minus 1 times plus x plus 8 there, we get minus 8. Okay, so we have something like that. Okay, now let's group terms. We have 6x plus x minus 3 minus 8. Okay, so for the first part I'll get 7x there, sorry, that's a 7x. Then I've got minus 11. This becomes the final answer there. Let's look at another question. Okay, we have another bracket here again, so we treat it the same way that we just did the previous question. So I'll have 2a minus bigger bracket 4a minus bracket 5a minus 7, and then bigger bracket. So it's as good you'll be taking, this is 1, there's 1 there, so that you simplify your life. Okay, so I'll have 2a minus 1 bracket 4a, then here multiplying this, I get minus 5a and plus 7 there. Okay, then this one I'll get 2a, so this one minus 1 times this one, I get minus 4a, then plus 5a minus 7. Okay, like that. Let's simplify. Okay, plus 2 minus 4 plus 5, what do we get? We get 7 minus 4a, we get 3. So I've got 3a minus 7. This becomes the final answer. Okay, let's look at another question, number 18. Okay, this one we are multiplying. This one is now 2x everything, and 7 there multiplies everything. Let's do that. 2x times 3x, we get 6x squared. Then 2x times minus 1, we get minus 2x. Then we have got plus 7 times x, we get 7x squared there, 7x squared. Then 7 times 3, we get plus 21. Okay, simplifying, we have got 6x squared plus 7x squared, then minus 2x and plus 21. Okay, let's simplify that. What do we get? We'll get 7 plus 6 there, we get 13x squared. Then we've got minus 2x and plus 21. Okay, so this is the final answer there. Let's look at number 19. We do the same. We multiply this element with everything there. Let's do that, and also this one with every element. Number 19, now we do the same. We multiply every element with 6 there, and this one minus 3a with everything. So let's do that. 6 by a squared, we get 6a squared. 6 by minus 2a, we get minus 12a. 6 by minus 1, we get minus 6. Then on the other side, we've got minus 3a times 2a, we get minus 6a squared. Minus 3a times minus 5 there, we get a plus 15a. a there. Okay, now taking similar terms, I've got 6a squared, and this other 6 one minus 6a squared. Then I've got minus 12 and this one, so I've got minus 12a plus 15a and minus 6 there. Okay, this one becomes 0, so we have got minus 12a, this one, plus 15a, we get 3a minus 6. This becomes our answer. Then the last question, okay, we multiply again every element with 4x, element with 5y. Let's do that. 4x by 3x, we get 12x squared. 4x by minus 2y, we get minus 8xy. Then we have got plus 5y times x, we get plus 5xy. 5y times 3y, we get plus 15y squared. Then we have got minus 7xy there. Okay, now I'm going to group like terms together. I'll have 12x squared on its own. Then I've got this one and this one and this one together. So I have got minus 8xy plus 5xy minus 7xy. Then I've got plus 15y squared. Okay, like that. Let's simplify. What do we get? Okay, so here we'll get 12x squared. Then for this part, minus 8 plus 5, what do we get? We get minus 3. Then minus 7, we get minus 10. So I've got minus 10xy here. Then plus 15y squared. Okay, so if you want, you can leave it like that, or else you can say is equal to 12x squared plus 15y squared minus 10xy. This becomes the final answer there. Okay, so bye bye guys, thank you.